The story begins with a man and a woman named Iris Campbell and her boyfriend William Bloodworth, who surprises her by taking her to a party at one of the towers of Skyview. Iris enters the elevator feeling nervous. Inside the tower, she notices the floor and walls are made of glass, giving visitors a thrilling view. As they reach the top of the tower, William proposes to Iris. They're overjoyed, but that happiness doesn't last long. A child tosses a coin which gets sucked into the tower's wind vent, jamming the system. Meanwhile, at the dance floor, the glass beneath them begins to crack, without anyone noticing. Slowly, it shatters, and people start falling through. Panic erupts. Fire spreads from spilled fuel, leading to a massive explosion that destroys the building. The emergency stairs collapse. Everyone rushes to the elevators, but they overload and plummet. The tower tilts, a piano crashes down, and eventually everyone falls. No one survives. Suddenly, Reyes wakes up. It was all a recurring nightmare in her college classroom. The next morning, Reyes searches through her late mother's belongings, hoping to find information about her grandmother. Along with her younger brother Charlie, she visits their Uncle Howard to ask about their family's past. They find a photo resembling the tower from Reyes's dreams. Reyes decides to visit her grandmother Iris, who lives in a dangerous valley surrounded by sharp objects. When they meet, Iris refuses to shake hands. Reyes tells her about the terrifying dreams of Iris at the Skyview Tower. Iris then explains that she had once been proposed to but refused, choosing instead to save people. She reveals that she's a survivor. She warns Reyes to be aware of her surroundings and proves it by noticing a rope reflecting sunlight and moves it just in time to prevent danger. Iris shares her research and warns that death is coming for their family. Reyes is scared and wants to leave, but Iris chases her down, giving her a book, saying it's the key to saving her family. Just then, a gust of wind knocks over a windmill, striking a gas tank and flinging it into Iris's face. Iris dies. At the funeral, Reyes warns everyone. Their family is in danger. On a warm afternoon, everyone seems happy. A glass falls and breaks while Uncle Howard and the kids play with wooden blocks and set up a gas grill. A shard of glass gets stuck in the ice cube tray. Drinks are served, unaware that sharp glass is inside one. They toast. A woman named Julia chokes, finding a bug in her drink. Reyes notices strange drawings in Iris's book, all showing various types of deaths. Meanwhile, a child jumps on a trampoline with forks beneath it, but narrowly avoids injury. Suddenly, a rake falls. Everything seems fine, until Uncle Howard steps on glass, causing pain. The rake hits a lawnmower, turning it on. Howard falls and the mower shreds him. Chaos erupts. Another funeral. Reyes now believes Iris was right. Death is stalking them. She warns her family. Bobby asks, "Are we all targets?" Turns out, only those related to Iris by blood are at risk. Uncle Howard's death means Eric is next, followed by Julia, Bobby, Darlene, Reyes, and finally Charlie. Aunt Brenda doesn't believe Reyes, still mourning. Eric also mocks the idea. Eric, a tattoo artist, finishes a client and cleans his studio with alcohol, playing rock music. He starts tattooing himself. Loud music causes things to fall, starting a domino effect. The alcohol spills, and a ceiling fan's chain snaps, catching on his nose ring. Sparks fly. Eric jumps onto a table. It collapses. Eric survives but swings into shards and flames. Igniting drums of alcohol rays rushes to Eric, almost hitting him with her car. Luckily, firefighters saved him. Eric shows off his tattoo, then a near-miss accident nearly kills him. Reyes warns Eric to avoid a tree chipper. Julia enters a garbage truck by accident. They try to save her, but the distracted driver, swiping on Tinder, doesn't notice. Julia is crushed. Reyes sobs. Perhaps she got the death order wrong. Now, the whole family starts believing her. Aunt Brenda reveals a shocking truth. Eric isn't biologically related to Howard. He's not on death's list. Eric's furious, demanding to know who his real father is. Turns out, it's Jerry Fenberry. This means Bobby is next. Bobby begs Reyes to save him, but no one knows how. Charlie says maybe Reyes can predict the deaths. He hints they might survive if they solve the puzzle. Marty, another relative, doesn't believe them and decides to leave. Reyes opens Iris's book and discovers a name, JB, someone who survived death. Her mother says JB worked at Hope River Hospital. Bobby and Eric rush to the hospital. Eric goes through the revolving door first. Bobby hesitates. Inside, they find a man performing an autopsy. A voice says, "I am JB, William John Bloodworth." He's been expecting them and knows everyone's names, realizing Julia and Howard are already dead. JB reveals Iris once saved him at Skyview. Now there are only two ways to cheat death: kill someone and steal their remaining lifespan. Die temporarily, near-death experience, so death skips over you. JB leaves, saying he's retiring. His time is almost up. Eric is determined to save Bobby. They debate, kill someone or go into a near-death state. Bobby refuses to kill anyone, especially not a baby. A very bad idea, Eric jokes. Eric buys peanuts from a vending machine. Bobby is allergic. He plans to trigger Bobby's allergy so doctors can revive him. Bobby eats the peanuts and enjoys them until he starts choking. He reaches for his inhaler, but Eric won't give it to him. Meanwhile, a MRI machine powers on. Magnetic force pulls in everything metal, including phones, earrings, and maybe Eric's piercing down there. Eric, in a wheelchair, gets dragged toward the MRI. Bobby grabs his inhaler just in time. A doctor enters, and they narrowly avoid another disaster. Turns out, a small spring from the vending machine flew into the MRI and could have killed Bobby. They realize no place is truly safe. Reyes urges everyone to stay at Iris's cabin, which is remote and protected by sharp fences. At the cabin, the wind grows strong. Reyes senses doom. She speeds her car into a tree, but her seatbelt jams. She urges everyone inside, but sparks ignite, leaking fuel. The car explodes, and Reyes is flung into the water. Charlie is trapped. Their mother helps, but gets crushed by a beam. Charlie frees Reyes with a knife. They seem safe and happy. Charlie wears a nice suit now. Outside, an old woman buys lemonade with pennies. One penny drops, rolling onto the train tracks. The gate doesn't close properly. Reyes senses something wrong. Sure enough, a train derails at full speed, crashing into their neighborhood. They run, but just as they escape, falling debris hits them.